Hey guys, AC here and welcome to my channel, Smells Good. Once again, appreciate you clicking on the link. Today we're going to talk about a vetiver based fragrance called Encre Noire Sport. Now this is a special fragrance. It's got three flankers, so Encre Noire Sport and Encre Noire Al Extreme. Now, Encre Noire Sport is a flanker to a fragrance which is always in fragrance communities discussed as a dark gothic fragrance. Now this one is a special fragrance. They've done a lot of good work with it. So let's start with looking at the bottle.
Here's a quick look at the packaging and the bottle. I quite like the simplicity and solidity of the presentation here. Simple cardboard box. This is a 50 ml bottle. One thing you will realize is this actual juice is green in color, and the top of the bottle is plastic but designed like a piece of wood, yeah, and it's got textures in it as well. The atomizer it's not the greatest, but it's not the worst either. So that's the presentation. At the bottom of the bottle you have EDT 50 ml, made in France, batch code. So there you go, that was the presentation.
A dry down on my right hand. So let's start with the fresh spray. So before I'll let this settle a bit, before I go into Encre Noire Sport, vetiver. Here is vetiver Absolute. Now, if you've ever tried or smelled vetiver, one thing you'll notice, it's a very thick juice. Yeah, it does not a single drop. It's so thick you will have to take this stopper and apply. I've just applied a little bit of vetiver Absolute to remind myself of the real smell of vetiver. You know, the dark gothic smell that people talk about in Encre Noire actually is real vetiver Absolute. The longer it stays on your skin, it turns darker and deeper, and bitter. It even has an accord of something that smells like fuel, most probably diesel. If you ever smell diesel, it has that little tiny accord. Vetiver is a very complex fragrance. How it starts off, vetiver has, punchy, grassy, muddy, earthy smell. Punchy, that means it's got a bit of citrus tanginess, bit of muddy earth, dry and green at the same time. Uproot grass, and if the ground has not been damp, the kind of smell you'll get is what you're getting here. And herbal, obviously. So that's how vetiver smells. Now coming back to Encre Noire Sport. So as a flanker, what they've done is they've added some citrus notes. Now as I said, vetiver actually, when you apply it, this is about 15 minutes ago, has this citrusy vibe to it, tanginess to it. If you add bergamot on top of it, it peps it up even more. So that's how it starts. It starts off beautifully, very fresh, clean, as if just out of the shower kind of a starting. Beautiful starting. In about 30 minutes from now, it'll hit the middle. The middle, basically what you'll smell is a very nicely done lavender. I really like the way they've done the lavender here. And at the base, you have deep vetiver. This is, as I said, vetiver, when it turns deep, old on your skin, say let's say 6 hours, it gets inky. So that inkiness is there, that you find in Encre Noire. That inkiness is still there. There are two types of vetiver that have been used in the base of this fragrance. One is normal vetiver and the other one is Haitian vetiver. Now I do not have Haitian vetiver Absolute, so I could not comment. But I'll tell you the vetiver you smell here. The vetiver you smell at the dry down. So here is a dry down, right? And it's a 16-hour dry down. This is about 11 p.m. here in the UK. I sprayed this about 6:30 in the morning, and the vetiver you are getting here is still that grassy, earthy, rooty smell, slight bit mixed with lavender, very slight hint of lavender is what I'm getting from here. But the fragrance stays and maintains its conceptual integrity based on vetiver. Yeah, so the core is vetiver with very beautiful lavender in the middle, and this is a very enjoyable fragrance. As I said, vetiver in itself is a very complex scent. It gradually changes. Starts with punchy, earthy, dusty, grassy smell, herbal smell, and becomes more and more darker. That's why this fragrance is the closest to real vetiver if you were to be a purist. Now, special instructions about testing. When I tested this fragrance, I did not smell anything because I was testing it on paper. So that surprised me. I thought, oh, that's not good. But when you apply it on your skin and you leave it for about 15 minutes, that's when you see the beauty of this fragrance. It's an ideal fragrance for summer. Summer heat will give this that lift. It's a very clean, fresh, out of the shower kind of a smell in the beginning, and then it goes into that lavender, lovely lavender, and the dry down is again, pure play vetiver, beautiful vetiver. If you like vetiver, you'll love it. Another tip for you: you should apply vetiver fragrances on your hands. That's where they go beautifully. You can go under your shirt as well. The best smell and sillage you get from vetiver based fragrances are on the top of your hand or on your wrist. I'm talking about Tom Ford Grey Vetiver, another one of very nice, fresh, clean smelling vetiver, or Guerlain Vetiver. That's a nice fragrance. Those are the ones which go on your top of your hand. Beautiful. In terms of performance, I just told you 16 hours longevity and still going. Got a very nice solid sillage. Yeah, it'll create a scent bubble around you, and a very enjoyable one as well. In terms of projection, you will smell this about 1 to 2 yards for the first 1 or 2 hours quite easily. I mean, I can smell it from here, yeah, and it's lovely. It's a lovely scent. Price point, value for money, very high. I got this 50 ml bottle for less than £25. So if you look around, you'll find it for less than £25. In fact, you can get a 100 ml bottle for less than £25. As I speak, it's available on Notino for £24. Okay, so value for money is tremendous. Occasions, I would say daytime wear, office, formal, informal, dress up, dress down, very versatile fragrance. Summer, spring, early autumn. Yeah, I don't see this particularly useful in winter or cooler weather. Apart from that, you can wear this. Ranking, I think it's a powerful fragrance, great value for money. Only seasonal wise, you can't wear this in winter, so you probably take 1 mark off for versatility. Apart from that, everything is perfect about this fragrance. So if you do like the review, do give it a like, do subscribe if you haven't, and I hope if you decide to purchase this, you'll enjoy this. It's a beautiful fragrance. Take care, guys. Namaste. AC signing off.